Give it up for Carl Payne. Carl Payne. Now, let me just tell you, Carl Payne was in there in the, we were in the break room, right? So I go in there and I'm grabbing some coffee and everything, and I look at him and I'm going, man, I think about this. You started out, we know you from the Cosby Show back in the day, and then you go on and you did Martin. Why you look just as young? You just got gray hair, but your face young as hell looking.
I don't know. I get it from my mama.
I knew it.
Like,
What I said to you, I said, yeah, because I said,
not
oh
that
my
my
God.
mom has hair on her face, but you know.
That's all right. I got it too. But, you know, hey, listen, no, let's talk because I said your hair, you have, it's like you look young in the face. When did you start going gray?
Oof. Early 40s.
Really? Wait a minute.
Early 40s, yeah.
Because you look like you 30-something.
No. I'm
You getting up there?
Yeah, double nickels and over. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
dang, you look good.
That's a blessing.
Ain't it?
Big blessing out
Yeah.
there.
Yo, can we talk about that part though? I'm really feeling that part.
Yo, I posted this the other day, man, and when I tell you everybody's on my ass about this part, pause.
Why?
They like, cause they ain't used to seeing it. So you got people like, yo, what's up with the highway? What's up with the freeway? You know?
That shit fresh. I like it.
I'm like, yo, I just took it back to some Nas shit, you know. Like,
I love it.
But then make sure now that you want that part or you fucked your shit up.
No. No, Jay, it was on purpose.
Okay,
it was on
okay,
purpose.
okay,
It was on purpose. It was like, you know, I just want to do something different. You know what I mean? Like, switch it up. Because I used to get, you know, growing up in New York, we used to get parts and cuts like that all the time.
For sure.
You know, but you know, I got motherfuckers in the family like, yo, that's country as fuck.
Really?
That's country? Yeah, and I'm like, what?
He's like, what?
Yeah.
I did not know you were from New York.
Yeah.
Do you live there now or do you live in L.A.?
L.A.
Everybody moves to L.A. Do you enjoy it? You love it? You hang out with the Kardashians and do all that stuff?
Not even. No. I mean, look, I'm just surprised all the time at like how I can afford to have places in different places, especially L.A. Because it's mad expensive to live in L.A.
Wait a minute, because you get a bunch of, what is that called? You get those residual checks? Is that what you get? You get a lot of those? I know.
But wait, so how long you been in LA? Because you just said mad. So mad expensive. That's definitely East Coast all over it.
I've been out there since 1990.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What borough you from?
Harlem.
Hey.
All right.
Queens.
He's gonna, and then he's gonna try to talk really, really hardcore with a New York accent in a minute.
Yo,
just so you
son,
know.
chill, yo.
I'll understand it.
He got it.
No, but I mean, I guess I just thought about that. So your checks, you get checks from what? The Cosby Show? Is it still being? Because I remember at one point they wanted to cancel the Cosby Show.
Yeah, they did, which is wild because it's like they stopped them because they weren't showing the show.
Right.
So, but people don't understand. It's like, you know how many people that affected? Like, crew members,
Yep.
like, because everybody who was involved gets residuals from that show.
Right.
And I'm like, that was the livelihood of everything, right? That's the livelihood. So residual, people didn't understand what the strike was about. And I was trying to explain it to people that, okay, look, so you got to understand, if you've done a body of work and over the years you've accumulated this and you're getting residuals, which kind of helps you till you get your next job. That's how people live, you know? And these streaming platforms didn't have any agreements with the unions, you know? So, and they had not come to the collective bargaining table. So basically, when you're used to getting, like, you know, it's like playing the lottery when you go to the mailbox. You don't never know what you're going to get, but it definitely is of a certain amount. So imagine when your checks, you get 50 checks in the mail at one time, you know, because if it's quarterly, right? Like royalties, you get 50 checks in the mail that are usually, you know, a couple of hundred here, maybe a couple of thousand, whatever it is. Now they're all like $1.12.
Oh, hell no.
Right.
Yeah. Like, it was wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, people didn't understand, like, the depth of it all. I was like, yo, this shit getting...
How often do you get these checks? Once a month?
Well, depends,
or quarterly, you said?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It depends on how much work you've done over the course of time, right? Because everything is shown at different times, and so they pay at different times. So, yes, there is a quarterly thing that you get, like, you know, where, you know, you'll get maybe a lump sum. You know, but yes, you can go to at any given time.
So then for an actor, I don't mean to cut you off, but for an actor, you would want to get on a show that has, what, 4 or 5 seasons or more? Is that what you want? Because you'll keep getting those kind of... And you've been blessed to do that twice.
Yeah.
More than twice.
More than twice.
Yeah.
Really?
More than, yeah.
Dang, you got a lot of checks coming.
More than twice.
No wonder you have nice sneakers on.
Stop it.
What kind are they, DeDe?
What kind of sneakers are they again?
No.
Amiri?
There you go.
I don't spend money on stuff like that. But the point is, because a lot of this stuff too comes from shows or you get gifts. But the point is, you know, that's how you support your family, right? That's how you, in the interim, in between jobs, you know what I'm saying? It was looking rough for a lot of people for a minute.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Obviously, you know, not obviously, I'm sorry. I was blessed during these times, even during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I just got to keep thanking God for the favor. But it was definitely looking rough for a minute. I started talking to my wife like, I'm about to introduce you to Nick Cannon.
I have a question. So you brought up streaming a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Now I saw the Martin reunion on HBO Max, and we were talking about how you were on the Cosby Show, like you said. You have a long list of resumes, but with the Cosby Show, would y'all ever get together like that, like y'all did with Martin? Can we expect a reunion?
That would be dope.
Yeah,
that would be super.
There's
dope.
no talks about it or anything like
nah,
that.
I ain't never. I don't. You know,
for sure. Everybody just kind of grow their separate ways.
Yeah.
I mean, well, really, after what happened to Cosby, did that kind of put a strain or kind of make everybody, a damper on certain things, you think, or no?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't feel anything. You know what I'm saying? But it was always like questions, like, hey, you know, like how right now with DeDe, right? If you're associated, it's like, you ever been to a party? You ever like, you know? So they was asking
that was
me.
coming up.
I know. I know.
Hey, Carl, let me ask you something. You ever been to a DeDe party?
I didn't have the right credit. You know, because you got
Understood.
you know how you get certain wristbands to get into certain rooms,
right?
You know what I'm saying? My wristband didn't work.
Oh, okay. There was
no access.
Yeah. It's like you got to make a certain amount of money to get. No, I'm just kidding. But
so there were levels to the freak offs.
Oh,
I don't know.
Be a blessing too.
I don't know. Actually, I mean, honestly, I ain't never really. I've never been to a DeDe party. Never. Never. As a matter of fact. So I was telling a real story to my friend Chris Spencer. That, you know, one time he was like, "Yo, you got to do that. You got to put it on stage, man. You got to put that in the show." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Because he had asked me. He was like, "Yo, you ever?" And I was like, "Nah." I was actually, we both went to Howard University. I said, so I was like, but back then I used to throw parties too. Like Puff was throwing parties, I was throwing parties, but I used to try to get his party shut down.
Oh no, it was competition.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, come on, street. You know what's up?
Promoter beef.
I'm calling.
The East Coast came out real quick. What's up?
I'm calling the fire department like, yo, he got too many people in there. He got too many people in there. Yo, it's a fire hazard.
Y'all know it's not sanitized.
It's not safe.
I'm just being safe.
You can't get all those people in there.
Ain't no escape
so,
route or nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So then they go over and check. And then, yeah. Well, I was the escape, right? So, because I would have a bus ready to take people to my party.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So Chris was like, so basically you was like the Harriet Tubman back then. I was like,
now that's hilarious.
Provided the underground. I was like, so some of the people probably I saved them. They owe me.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So, Carl, man, you probably don't remember this because this has been years ago. This has been early in my
I owe you
career.
something?
No.
I'm like, where we going with this, man? Like, you don't remember this? I had gave you a ride to the audition, and I had asked for gas money. You was like, you gonna give me $5 for the gas?
So we did a comedy show together early in my career. It was me, you, Samoa. I never forget it because we was in St. Louis. Me, you, Samoa.
Oh, I remember that one. I remember that.
We was in St. Louis with G-Thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, remember that show?
I remember. Who else?
Man.
There was a couple of people. I remember that show.
Yeah, man. So we had a great time, man. So a lot of people didn't know you did stand up. Are people shocked to find out?
Absolutely,
yeah. To see you coming to the city.
Yeah, they you know, it is what it is, and it's cool. I love it. I love reintroducing myself and having people like, oh snap, you know. But it's different because, you know, I thought people would automatically accept it, but the thing was, I had to prove myself.
Yes.
I don't mind that because it's a fraternity. It's a whole nother. It's a whole nother thing. And I took it on like the same way that I take my acting. I took it mad serious, and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it at a high level, and I'm gonna be great at it. But I respect it. I respect it. I respect it in a different way. It's not like me coming into your house thinking because I can cook and you a chef that I'm a chef too. No, I got to go to chef school.
Yeah.
And then if I get the respect from the chefs, that's he a chef too. I'm like, yeah, I'm a chef too.
What do you vibe with more? Do you vibe with the on camera work or do you vibe with the stage more? What are you passionate about?
My first introduction into anything in this industry was stage.
Okay.
Theater. That was my first introduction. So I love being live theater, live. Really? But it's like, well,
I was just watching something maybe 2 days ago, man. I love to watch, people lives. I mean, they credits and what entertainment. I did not know that you auditioned for Theo.
Yeah,
you did.
You auditioned for Theo.
Wow.
Well, it was basically between him and I.
Right.
They flew me to California and screen tests and all of that. And like I said, that was the first time Cosby I learned a lot of things about the business because after I didn't get the role. Because it was in a room like this, they come in, you stay. Wow. Thank you for coming. You're like, oh. So he called me into the room and he was like, you know what? You don't always get a part in this industry because you're not good. I don't want you to think it's because of that. I don't want this to deter you. He was like, sometimes, you know, it's about height. It's about, you know, it's a lot of different factors that play into something, you know, but it's not because you weren't, you know.
You're good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they must have really loved you, man, because the fact that it was between you and Malcolm, because they still got a character for you for that show.
Yeah, they put you on.
Well, I still had to work for that.
You had to audition again for that?
Yeah, I had to audition. Like, in between that, there was like a million other characters. So by the time it got to Cockroach, you know what I'm saying, I was like, literally, like, I told my agent, I was like, and this was when I was mad young, I was like, yo, I'm not doing this no more.
Wow.
Because it was kind of like, I went from almost being that guy, watching the show blow up over the next year, and then auditioning for all these other parts, and then not getting them. You know, it's like making that final cut, getting to the end. Because back then, they would audition you like 90 times.
Yes,
Dang.
yes.
So would you ever put your children, if they wanted to be in the business, would you let them start out as young as you did?
Yeah, but I want them to be execs. Like, I'm grooming them.
He's like, gotta be
Pick your words wisely.
Clickbait, soundbite. I would like for them to, if they want to do it, you know, I mean, obviously if they have a passion for being in front of the camera, but I want them in the room.
Have you ever been like propositioned? Because they say in Hollywood there's a lot of casting couch.
I'm starting a movement called Why Not Me? Like, I ain't never been, I have never, ever, ever been. I'm like, what is wrong? Like, I mean, I'm cute.
Right.
You're so cute.
You know, like, I don't get it. Like, I've never, no, they don't want me. They don't want me like that.
None of that. That's great, though. That good news.
No, and I've even, you know, like I said, times I've even tried, like, some auditions, I was like. Stop. It's like, that's not the character. It's not. I thought it was.
Stop. You sure?
Yo, stop, Carl.
No.
Carl, stop it.
Okay,
Stop
tell
it.
you what, y'all have got to get your ticket.
Right.
Nobody ever.
Yeah,
Y'all, when y'all edit this, make sure y'all can't see that I don't have my tooth. I just had because I just had
Nobody saw
I just had tooth surgery. I ain't never like I'm at that age where they
take the whole thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, and sometimes I be forgetting because I ain't used to having to put the partial in and whatnot, and I be feeling like that little Filipino guy. Let me ask you one thing. Let me see.
Oh, the 1, 2, 3.
Instagram.
Yeah. I'm like, so I have to laugh. Like, that's my laugh now.
Is it the side? Is that side too? That's very popular, that side too.
I want to get gold one though. I want to get some color on my joint.
Stop it.
You know.
Can I ask one more question before we get out? Do you and Martin ever still keep in contact?
All the time. Yeah,
Does he give you any tips about the stage, anything like that?
He can't. No. He's
He's like, no.
Let me ask you one thing.
You don't want to smile now?
No. We just you know, it's on a different level now.
Really?
It's on a different level. You know what I mean? Not that I wouldn't, you know, accept advice from him in terms of like comedy, in terms of stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know he's one of the ones that did it on a high level.
I was gonna say, who's the king to you? Who are the top three? Which you would say the top three, the best comedians ever? I don't want to say a Mount Rushmore because it would be foreign.
Sure. Oh my God! I mean, listen, Eddie's at the top of my list. Eddie's at the top of my list for sure.
Really?
Richard Pryor's at the top of my list. Now this is Robin Williams is at the top.
Ooh,
Top of my list. Who you know I like too? John Leguizamo.
Really?
Oh wow.
Okay.
Good for you. I like that. That you made it. You know what I mean? It wasn't just about African American comedians. You had an extra. Thank you.
No, man. There's I mean, because there's levels to it, right? And everybody. I mean, you know, obviously Dave does his thing, but there's levels to the way you can do this thing and how and your point of view.
Right.
That's really what it's about, right? Because some people are like, oh, he's very political with his, or he's very, you know, but
right.
You know.
You mentioned Robin Williams. I'll just say this right before we go to, you know, this country, everybody's big on mental health. The thing is that you guys, as comedians, will make everybody smile and laugh and you do your job. But behind the scenes, sometimes you're going through things. What about you? How do you handle with your mental health in doing this?
Well,
you have a therapist? You just drink? What you do? You know?
Oh damn.
I mean, I don't know. Some
Are you
people
an
say,
alcoholic, Carl?
I'm gonna drink me some. Well, that's what I do. I unwind now. I'll drink me. Well, now I don't drink as much. But the point I'm trying to make, I do CBD gummies. But what do you do for that mental relief sometimes?
Meditate. Meditate. Like I just always remember where I came from.
Yep.
I just kind of just take a breath, just breathe, and it's called boxing. I've become a very good boxer.
Good.
Like
Okay.
real talk. Like men do this in general, but we don't ever like to admit it. The way we deal with things is sometimes we'll put it in a box in our brain, or we'll box it and put it over here, and then we'll come back to it, this, that, and the other. You know, but you just have to shorten the amount of time that you do that, because then it'll get full. The storage room will get full. You understand what I'm saying?
Well said.
And so what I've learned to do is put things on a level of importance. I don't know what's the right word. It's not importance, but it's like, how serious is this?
Right.
Right? Like, because people overreact all the time to everything. And then you wonder why you're so, it's that, no, it's like, okay, well, how important is this? What is this really about? I started becoming more solution oriented. It's like, for example, I was hosting this show the other day, and it was chaos. And everybody wanted to talk and deal with craziness in the moment. It's like, hey, let's get through the show. Because the show is happening now. Later, let's have a meeting about how we can make it better.
Right.
Okay.
Now's not the time for that or that energy. Right. So that's what you got to start thinking about. Like, what's the solution here? We can argue, or you can try to, whatever, right?
Yo.
Because I've got a master's degree in Black Caring. Because
Come on.
Because I have to ask. For me, if it's not logical, if it doesn't make sense, those are the things that stress me out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it doesn't make sense to me. I'm a why guy. Everything has to make sense.
Right.
You the calmness in the chaos.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're a dad, right? How many kids you got?
4.
You want to adopt some more? You seem like such a
Stop.
nice dad. You just seem like you are so level-headed. I love that.
4 sons.
Oh,
and
wow.
I got 1, 2, 3, 5 grandkids.
Damn,
Oh,
no
wow.
way. You don't even look. This
At
is
all.
crazy. I'm going, oh, my God. What you doing? I need what you doing.
Drink
Okay.
water and mind my business.
All right.
Yeah, yes,
well, I
Lord.
won't be able to do that. The last one. Mind my business. I ain't going to be able to do that. I ain't going to be able to do it. All right. Listen, you already know the man is going to be at the Arlington Improv. How can people follow you online?
At the Carl Payne or the Carl Payne, depending on what side of if you're from Fort Worth or
Triple D.
I didn't say it. I'm just telling you. You pick which one you are.
You ain't lying either.
The or the. I don't even understand that.
You ain't lying.
I don't understand. It's like, nigga, you across the street. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh,
you don't
that's
mess with me.
That is so
I
true.
can see you.
It is like that, though, Trey. You know that. But anyways,
It's weird.
That's how it
It's
goes.
weird.
y'all make sure you get your
And
tickets.
nothing is close out here.
It isn't.
I had to take a plane to get here.
And you just 2 exit.
That's it.
Shut up.
Get your tickets to see this man. Thank you for coming in, sir.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
I
Y'all
like your
clap it
tan.
up. I'm
I
sorry.
like your tan.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, next time I get a tan, I'm gonna show my shoulder.
I know it. Well, this keeps, and I'm high because it keeps coming off. All right, y'all, clap it up for this man right here, Mr. Carl.
I tell you?
Payne.
All right.
Hey,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's DeDe in the morning.